Hi everyone, it's Dr. Loretta Welling. Yay, I get to use Welling and not Phillips. My name, back to my maiden name, took 21 years to get that to happen, but that's a whole new different story. I am here today for two reasons. One, I really stink at social media videos, so if anybody knows how to, I did a live video this morning and I didn't know if I could save that live video on Instagram, so if anybody could do me a great big favor and post somewhere below here, hey, this is how you save a live video, or no, you can't save a live video, it's just a live video, and you embarrass yourself for I don't know how long, and then that's it, and it's gone. And that might be a relief because I suck at these really bad. Anyway, so my message today is two things, really quick. Social media sucks for mental health professionals. This is why. Facebook will reject, disable every post a mental health professional tries to run as an ad because they say mental health is a stigma and it's a negative connotation. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I gave them the example of a contractor and construction. They build houses, though they're going to have ads that show people building houses or them building houses. I have ads that show either myself or other people showing compassion and helping people through trauma. I guess they consider that offensive, that people through COVID didn't have trauma. Not sure if they live in a fantasy land. I'm not quite sure what's going on. But I always have to have it in review, and it does eventually go through, but it takes days and it's a pain for us. So here I am, and I'm going to do another video. And this time I treat a lot of people in the Amish community, and this is the question I get. What's the difference between psychotherapy and life coaching? I did psychotherapy for 20 years. The biggest difference is I don't keep people stuck doing life coaching. It is a model that comes from positive psychology, which takes attributes of positive ones from a person and builds on their skills and what they can do instead of what they cannot do. Where psychotherapy concentrates on the diagnosis and mental illness, and we basically tell you what to do and how to do it, which I believe actually gives you less control of your life and less ability to flourish in this lifetime. I eventually got out, unfortunately, in November 2019 and started doing this life coaching, relationship specialist and trauma specialist, trauma and PTSD specialist, because I felt like I was becoming a manufacturer line for Social Security. And not that I don't believe people shouldn't get Social Security in some ways, but I was in this profession to help people live a life. And there's a difference between being alive and living a life of purpose and living a life, a meaningful life. You can be alive and still not feel as you belong here or you serve a purpose or it's a productive one. And that is the biggest difference, is the coaching aspect. Even though I'm capable of doing mental health aspects and counseling and stuff like that, the coaching allows me to offer you a positive way to look at what's going on with you. There are so many wealthy people out there that are diagnosed with bipolar and depression and anxiety, and they've taken that's the trick behind it. And they've had life coaches. And what we teach you is to take those assets and how to flourish with those assets instead of keeping yourself in the illness. And I think people have lost their way with social media because of all the scam artists. That's another thing I always worry about. Like, oh my gosh, people probably think I'm a scammer. But I'm not. I'm real. I was a victim of COVID myself. I lost the business, literally fell because I started, when I converted, I was in 3 months and then COVID hit and it just shut it down before it even really got started. So I was also a 9/11 first responder, so I get trauma. But the biggest difference with all those things is I will take those qualities and that tragedy and turn them into triumph and continue to support you in your journey, because not everybody is a cookie cutter problem solver. Not everything that therapists teach are going to work with everybody, and that was the other issue I have. being down these strict lines of this has to work because we said it works. It doesn't work for a lot of people. We have to get creative in life coaching or relationship consulting, or my specialty of helping people with relationships, PTSD and trauma. And a lot of women ask me, do I tell my significant other about my trauma? And that's going to be a different video, because that determines on how your communication skills are, how long you've known the person, and if you feel comfortable sharing with that person and your current sexual activity level. Sometimes things are better not said. There's an appropriate time and place. And again, that is a different video, but if you have questions, please feel free to write me. So with that, let me explain kind of the big difference between life coaching and psychotherapy. I actually have a busy week. However, I do have 5 openings for what I call breakthrough calls. You hear me put on here all the time, free consultation or whatever. People are like, oh yeah, that's a... No, they're breakthrough, because if I don't talk to you and find out what your needs are, we may not fit as client and coach, or client and mental health consultant, or whatever. And I'm not going to have you spend money and you get off the phone and say, I just spent that much money and I don't even like that person. And yes, I'm in reality that not everybody's going to like me. Not everybody's going to bond with what my belief systems are. And so what I do is I do a breakthrough call, called a breakthrough call, because we break through what your needs will be. Do you need this? Or maybe you thought you need relationship coaching, but really you need trauma coaching. Because before you can get into a relationship, you need to work through some trauma stuff. And then your general life coaching, or your anxiety, depression. It's about making you feel as you are being productive in society. So the breakthrough call is to guide you to the right service that you need. This may be it, this may not be it. That's what a breakthrough call is. So simply write on the below, or text message me on here, IM me, and say, listen, I'm in, I want to have a breakthrough phone call. I want to have one of those 5 calls. I'm only saying 5 because I'm at my office now and I've got a guy installing stuff, so we never know when he's going to come in. And I just got kind of a busy week, but I do have about 5 openings. So again, this is Dr. Welling. Yay, again, not Phillips anymore. And I am going to sign off with my favorite saying, never give up, keep hope alive in your heart, and just always keep fighting. And that's it. And everybody stay safe and keep going every day. There's always a solution to any problem.